All right, hello everyone. We're back with Cash to Capital. We've been down for a minute. Work started to pile up. Took a little break, but now we back. So that's what's important. You got anything else to add?
Yeah, we are back. My son is a hardworking student, and he had two big exams on the same day at the same week. I mean, so he needed to prepare. So anytime he has a lot of work, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to come back. I know, a lot of people have been asking us, like, especially, in my DMs, hey, what's going on with the stock market? It's getting scary out here. There's a war. What do we do? What do we do? And it really is scary. We just announced we went to war with Iran. We're gonna be here to give you the plan on what to do. Um, and remember, always remember, dollar cost average, stock market over a 10-year period. You gonna make you gonna do well. Don't matter no war, anything else. Yes, times are scary for the short term, but your stocks that are like, and I'm not gonna go off. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah,
We don't have I'm going off on a tangent. 'Cause I'm so glad to be back with you guys. I'm just excited. I got mad ammunition in my gun. You know what I'm saying? It's a war reference. But yeah.
yeah. Things are definitely getting very spooky. But if you're dollar cost averaging, you should be good. There's always gonna be something going on in the market. So
Yeah.
I mean, but if you're investing long term, you're not really worried about what's going on. But today in this market update, talk about a whole bunch of things going on. Things are getting very spooky. You got the AI selling off all these software stocks. Everything's in the red. You got the war in Iran, and then whatever else is coming up. So we'll be into that. Yeah. So last week in particular, a lot of these software stocks sold off a lot. Some of them selling off up to 18 to 20%. And the main catalyst for this, I'm gonna bring up in a second, was this article published by Citrini Research. This is one of the largest independent publishers when it comes to finance news. And this article was all over CNBC, Wall Street Journal, every single major news outlet. And this is an incredibly bearish article, pretty much saying that within the next 2 to 3 years, AI is gonna take everybody's jobs, and economy is pretty much gonna crash. It's gonna be another depression. So this, caused a lot of panic and a lot of software companies to sell off. So I think definitely a little bit overreaction to this. And then since this article, has been multiple other articles rebuttaling this outcome. But overall, a lot of these stocks have sold off. I think the biggest ones being Adobe, like my dad's talked about Salesforce. But also other industries that have exposure to software. So even a lot of finance stocks have sold off as well, just because they might be invested and they might be lending to these software stocks.
Semiconductors, Nvidia sold off.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute as well. But in this, and then also a combination of Claude. So we can bring this up in a second.
Trump kicked Claude out of the White House. No more Anthropic.
Yes, that was also big news. They kicked Claude out of the White House because Claude didn't want the government using uh, their their AI for any reasons that'd be harmful to humanity, and they weren't able to come to agreement on that. But also, Claude's been coming out with these AI agents that are pretty much automating a lot of these software applications. The biggest one being this Cloud Code Security. So this came out pretty much automating, a lot of the security applications. So when this came out, this caused a sell off in a lot of cybersecurity stocks, CrowdStrike, Palo Alto. I think they sold off close to like 10%. Um, CrowdStrike reports earnings this week, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, so a combination of that article and then already fears around AI or fears around software stocks, and then Claude coming out with these other tools that are automating these industries. But I think my opinion on this is that I don't think these software companies are really going to go anywhere, like due to these AI agents. And AI agents uh, are out there for people out there are just AIs that can just do tasks on their own. similar to how a person would, or similar to how an assistant would. So I think these agents are able to complete tasks. They're able to write code, create models in Excel and etc. But they're not going to be, creating, new software. They're most likely going to be using the existing software. So they're not going to be, making another Excel spreadsheet. They're going to be using existing spreadsheets. Most likely create even, more software applications. So even expanding the current software industry. So I think it might be a good time to buy some of the software companies that are out right now.
You done?
Yeah.
All right. So my whole thought um is I remember back when Intuit, who owns TurboTax, came out and TurboTax came out. And all the accountants were freaking out. They were like, "Oh my gosh, there's not going to be any more accounting jobs. TurboTax is going to take everybody's accounting jobs." Now we're here in 2025 and they need more accountants than you would even believe. So I do think that the AI rollout is going to take some time, but I am listening to all of these industry leaders, including the CEO of Anthropic, who's gone on record saying there's a tsunami coming and no one is paying attention. So that really scared a lot of people, scared the market. Um, so this AI thing is real. We're seeing big job layoffs. I think Square, it's not Square anymore, it's Block, but Block just eliminated half of its workforce, something like that, 4,000 people. So we've seen big cuts from Amazon, Microsoft, the big boys. Probably more cuts coming. We're going to see more mergers, more acquisitions. Um, but it is a little scary. There's people out there who worked in computer science, worked in um, coding, worked in a lot of different fields, and they feel like their job is going to be obsolete. All that work they put in, so it is scary. And I know my son, who tries to look forward. He's a forward-seeking dude. He was looking like they're even talking about universal basic income, which is crazy if you think about it. Like Elon Musk said that work is going to be optional in the future. And of course, he's a super forward thinker. And, it's just scary to think there's a world where it's just robots and we're just like here, you know. Um, but again, I think, like Maddox said, it's going to take some time to roll out. These people from these software companies, Adobe, Salesforce, Snowflake, they're super smart people. They'll adjust. There's going to be jobs that are created by AI. We're not sure what those are going to be, but there's going to be jobs created by AI. So, just be mindful. Um, Nvidia has even gotten caught up in the AI thing, where a lot of the retail traders are not even trading it anymore. It went from 197. They blew earnings out the door. Do you hear me? I think 73 to 75% year over year growth. I mean, they blew it. I mean, they couldn't do anything more, and they sold off from 197 to I don't know what it is now, 177, 178. It's in the 170. For me, that's that. You know what that means, guys? That means beep, beep, back up the truck and fill it up. Okay. When NVIDIA does that well. So a lot of things to look at um in terms of AI, but I do think it's gonna take a little while to roll out. So be
Yeah.
mindful.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens. Piggybacking off what my dad said, I definitely think Nvidia is a buy right now after the last quarter, and they're probably shopping a little bit. But yeah, definitely interesting to see what happens with AI. If you think AI is moving fast now, this is the slowest it's gonna move. So it's only gonna continue to move faster. So definitely keep your eye out. And
NVIDIA is sitting at $177.19. PE ratio around 43, which is getting lower and lower every day. They're growing into that. Don't even look at that for now. But they knocked it out the park. They 73.2% year over year revenue, and they had a 5% earnings per share beat. I mean, They killing it, man. I mean, projected they even guided higher revenue. The street was expecting the street's expecting 66.22 b 23 billion. The street was expecting 66.23 billion for the quarter and or for the year, and Nvidia reported 68.13 billion. So that's a 2% surprise. Um, you know, you like people say, it's a stock you own, you don't trade. So do not do not get rid of your Nvidia stock. You will regret that.
Yeah, 100%. You wanna talk about the war in Iran or
Yeah, I mean, real quick, we know we just started a war with Iran, and you know people are going to want to know what to do on Monday morning in the stock market. Historically, if you look at when there's an invasion in the Middle East, what sectors do well in the market? First sector you have to look for is oil and gas, because the Strait of Hormuz is there, and Iran has a lot of oil, and a lot of oil that goes to Russia and China. So oil and gas, OPEC has already had a meeting saying they're going to be boosting production. Oil and gas is the first thing. Second thing, of course, when you're in a war, what do you need? You need aerospace and you need defense. So my boy Kratos will pop on Monday. Uh, Ticker symbol KTOS. If anybody's thinking about getting into that, and then Maddox said that my son Maddox said that Palo Alto and CrowdStrike, they sold off. You may be wanting to look at some entries here because cybersecurity during war is another sector that does well. So you got three sectors there. You got oil and gas, number one. Um, you got cybersecurity, number two, and number three. You got aerospace and defense. So you pick, those sectors again. Also, the market doesn't like uncertainty. So with all this geopolitical, wars, we also have an election coming up, the midterm elections, a lot of uncertainty, and the market is showing up, down, up, down. So, keep your dividend stocks, your QDTE, your JPEQ, for that dividend boost. And just keep your solid stocks. They go down, add a little more. Again, you want to have a 10-year horizon, guys. You don't want to be in this market. Number one, if you need this money soon, you don't want to be in this market. Just take it out. Because if you need this money and you've seen it going down every day, it's going to affect your mental health. Trust me. Okay. So just take it out and dollar cost averaging slow. Okay. Be smart. But again, three sectors: oil and gas, aerospace and defense, and cybersecurity.
yeah, 100%. Real quick, I wanna, point to oil prices. Oil's up like 6% past 5 days on the news. I think oil prices have been a big concern, with the rising inflation, so I think with oil prices, increasing and, potentially increasing more if this war is drawn out, definitely causing people to be a little bit nervous. So definitely keep your eye on this. If you're investing in oil already, that won't be, bad to take profits. But if not, definitely keep your eye on it. But that's what I got to say about that.
I think Chevron, if you bring up Chevron might be at all-time highs.
Mhm.
So the two big oil sector stocks, Chevron, Exxon, uh, Diamondback Energy, those will probably be up on Monday. So just stay tuned for. Oh, how could I forget? Commodities usually go up during war. So gold and silver, guys. If it's been going up anyway, but during wartime, gold and silver go up. So how could I? That's a fourth sector. So four sectors I gave you: oil and gas, aerospace and defense, cybersecurity, and commodities rise during Middle East after we've invaded historically. Okay, so um, that's why I said you need to be here so we can give you the game, okay? Give you the game. If you need your money in the market right now, take it out, okay? Because it's gonna go down. All right. Tell you right now.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else you want people to be looking out for in the next week?
No, no. With spring coming up, guys, we want you guys to be outside. We're walking around. I bought a golf club this weekend. I'm super excited. Um, I joined the gym, trying to get myself in shape. So you guys get outside. My son got outside today, right, Maddox?
Yeah.
So make sure you guys get outside. Make sure you guys enjoy the moment. All right. Don't forget it. Forget about the past. Forget about the future. Start.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Berkshire Hathaway for its earnings tomorrow. They got a new CEO, so I guess that'd be interesting. Other than that, CrowdStrike reports earnings on Wednesday, like I said. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. See the news with Iran, and just keep your eyes open for that.